Ladies and gentlemen, Jay Merina.
I had me a boy, turned him into a man. I showed him all the things that he didn't understand. Whoa, then I let him go. Now there's one in California who's been cursing my name, 'cause I found me a better lover in the UK. Until I made my getaway. 1, 2, 3, gonna run back to me, 'cause I'm the best baby that they never gotta keep. 1, 2, 3, gonna run back to me. Always wanna come, but they never wanna leave. Exes and O's, they haunt me like ghosts. They want me to make them all they won't let go. X's and O's. Well, I had a summer lover down in New Orleans. I kept him warm in the winter, left him frozen in the spring. My, how the seasons go by. I get high and I love to get low, so the hearts keep breaking and the heads just roll, you know. That's how the story goes. 1, 2, 3, they're gonna run back to me, 'cause I'm the best baby that they never gotta keep. 1, 2, 3, they're gonna run back to me. Always wanna come back, never wanna leave. My exes and O's, they haunt me like ghosts. They want me to make them all they won't let go. 1, 2, 3, they're gonna run back to me. Climbing over mountains and sailing overseas. 1, 2, 3, gonna run back to me. Always wanna come, but they never wanna leave. X's and O's, they haunt me like ghosts. They want me to make them all they won't let go. X's and O's.
It's the last time she'll ever be on this little pissant show. What do you think?
I hope not.
From Bad Monkey Studios in Ohio's beautiful Amish country, heard throughout these fabulous United States and around the globe on the World Wide Web, this is The B Team with Cory and Jim.
I know we didn't give you an applause right there, but that was super good. Super good.
Yeah.
There you go. There it is. There it is.
Wow, that was amazing.
Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you
very
so much. Jay Merina is a college student and working musician from Lucas, Ohio. She's an acoustic artist who loves to take amazing songs and add her own little twist to them. She plays everything from Sam Cooke to Guns N' Roses and from Simon and Garfunkel to Chris Cornell. Usually it's just Jay and her guitar on the stage, but recently she's been bringing her piano along. She also likes to sprinkle her original songs into the mix. Some of these can be found on her recently released EP, Work in Progress.
Yes.
And
yes.
Jay, thank you. One more time. Oh, just,
Thank you.
Yeah.
how about that?
Solid.
X's and O's from El King,
Yes.
right? Yeah, one of my favorites.
I like the
too.
twist.
Me too.
That was sweet.
Thank you.
That was cool.
I actually heard that song for the first time. I forget who did it. It wasn't El King herself.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody did that cover on that show that you like, that those Australian guys. Hamish and
Andy.
Hamish and
Yeah,
Andy.
gotcha.
That's the first time I ever heard that. And then I heard she played it.
Yes.
And even better than I heard on Hamish and Andy.
Thank you.
So I want to get into some questions.
Okay.
But first, I want to tell people about your upcoming dates.
Yeah.
February 16th, Sons of Herman. What
Yes.
exactly? What's a son of Herman?
That is
How can I be a son of
basically-
Herman?
Well, you do have to sign up. That's one of their things, but
Okay.
it's basically just like it's a good time. It's a good atmosphere, but it's a club that you have to be a part of, and then you get to kind of go and do all their like dinners and lunches. It's a cool thing. It's a cool thing, and they let me be a part of it, so it's awesome.
Awesome. March 3rd, Moon Cleavage at La Luna.
Yes, I'm so excited for that show. All right, so that's one of the downtown Mansfield shows. Aurelio Diaz is actually in charge of it. I don't know if you've heard of him before.
I have.
But he's a huge name, and he does so many amazing things for the community there. And La Luna is actually his place. It's where it's like his studio that he invites all these musicians into. And Moon Cleavage is actually an all-female show that I get to be a part of, and I'm very excited to kind of girl power, you know.
Okay, yeah, sure. Good for you. March 10th, Legends in Shelby.
Yes.
You've played there before.
Yes. I play there quite often. It's always fun. They set me up right in the little front window and let me just kind of be a spectacle to everybody for a while.
March 17th, Ugly Bunny Winery in Loudonville.
Also one of my favorite places. Overall, I love the people in charge of that place. I love all the staff. They're always so kind and so nice to anyone that comes in there. So that's probably one of my favorites too.
Good. March 23rd, Sunny Slope General Store and Winery.
That's a new one. I've never been there before. That's
Really?
the first time I'm going to play there. So
Cool.
It'll be new for me, just like anyone else who comes out and tries to watch.
You can find all of Jay's dates on her Facebook page at J Merina Music. Now, Jay is spelled Jai, and her last name Merina. I tried to spell it Marina.
It's very similar.
Yeah. So that's where
Terrible.
Right.
Yeah, terrible.
I did.
How dare you?
Oh, I knew somebody. Well, I knew somebody named Marine.
Yes. Okay.
Somebody
yeah, that makes
with
sense.
the last name
Definitely
of
makes
Marine,
sense.
Marine.
I don't need your excuses. Just be better.
All right. Do you know anything about video stickers?
No.
Have you ever
I do
heard of
not.
them?
No.
I'm going to tell you about them
Teach
right
me.
now, real quick. Video sticker. Attach videos to everything. Don't write it. Let them see you say it. Attach a video message to any gift, greeting card, or prepaid gift card. Buy some and start making your gifts more personal. Here's how it works. Place a video sticker on any gift or card. On your smartphone, go to the URL on the video sticker or simply scan the QR code and enter the unique code. There's going to be a test, Corey. Right. Now,
100%. Don't worry about
you'll
it.
be prompted to record a personal message. It can be video, picture, or text. When the recipient enters that same code, they'll be wowed by your video. Have you been wowed lately? What's the last thing that wowed you?
I don't know.
Jay?
No, that song. Boom.
You know?
Ah,
That's a good
beat
one.
you to it.
That's
Well
a good
done.
Beat you
one.
to it.
Well
Yeah.
done. You deserve one
Yeah.
of these.
Come on. Yeah.
That was good. That was definitely.
And maybe,
I liked
man.
it.
you never know. Enter coupon code BTEAM, that's BTEAM, at checkout for additional savings. And as always, video stickers ship for free. Video sticker, now it's personal.
I like it. That's a good idea.
I thought it was, it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool little thing.
So I need to ask
set.
you, how's the internship going? What's going on?
Still, dude, I'm
How you
still
doing?
still looking for it. Still trying to get it set up.
Ugh,
What?
that's the worst.
It's horrible.
Is it really?
Yeah.
What's the hard part about getting it set up?
Waiting. Waiting on responses.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I
The
mean?
callback.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
takes forever.
That's you know what? That is life. That's everything.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because if it's not you, you don't really care about it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah.
If it's
Definitely.
you know, it doesn't. If I'm the guy in charge of getting your paperwork filled out and get back to you for something,
That's just you.
if I do this, if I get to this after lunch, I'll get to it.
No.
You know, because it doesn't mean as much to me as it means to you.
Well, sure. It'll get there. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
It'll happen.
See, now that we talked about it, you're probably going to call today.
Yeah, right now.
good
Like,
luck.
it'll be, I'll have to answer it, but it'll just go to voicemail, like, fine.
So I have a question for you, Jay.
Yes.
When you got here and when you first met me, okay, I need to know, were you
Terrified?
more surprised? Well, she's just terrified of my dog, I think, first.
No, your dog is adorable.
He's
Super
a
sweet,
nice boy.
yeah.
He's a nice
Super
boy,
sweet.
old Angus, or as my boys call him, Angie.
Angie.
But were you more surprised at how fat I am or how old I am? Which one? Because usually when people come, it's usually
I
they're
think it
startled.
was your age, because over like text and stuff, we've never met before, and over text, you just seem so young at heart.
I
You
seem so cool.
bubbly.
I hear
Yeah.
I hear that I ooze.
You're like a
certain-
Sprite. You just float about
I
generally.
do.
Yeah.
I really do. So this is not the first day you've played and sang.
Right.
Like, so you've been at this.
I've been at
But
this
you're a young
quite while.
person, but you're a lady, so I'm not going to say what your age is. If you want to say, that's up to you.
Yes, I'm 19. I'm 19 years old.
19. What were you doing at 19?
I don't know.
Not
Really don't want
that.
to talk about it, do you?
Yeah, nothing that cool. I can
Yeah.
tell you that.
I was going around being young at heart and sexy. What were you doing?
I don't know. Nothing awesome.
No.
I was probably hammered.
Yep. I guarantee you I was.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's no good.
At
It's no
Virginia
good.
Tech.
VT.
Yeah.
Hokies.
Wonder. Yeah. What time is it? 10 o'clock. Oh, crap. I got a class at 10 o'clock. In the morning or at night? Morning. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. There's a lot of that. A lot of that going on. What pulled you toward music?
I think that for me, lately, what's pulling me more into it, pulling me toward it was the cool factor, I think, that made me start like, ooh, it's so cool. Like these girls that play guitar and these girls that sing, like they seem like they really have their stuff together, right? And so lately, I think more of it is me kind of realizing that music is a lifetime gig. You're never done. You never play a show and it's like, okay, well, I did that. That's all I can do. No, there's always something more you can do. So I feel like I'm putting my passion in the right place to where I'm never going to run out of it, you know?
Really?
Yes.
What was your passion for? I mean, did you start out like as a poet and you want to write lyrics or
all the time?
Okay.
In middle school, I remember having books and books and books of poetry. And then I always kind of like sang around my house. I always kind of did that. And I was in like show choir and all that fun stuff. But I didn't really start actually playing instruments until I hit, I don't know, my sophomore year, summer before my sophomore year of high school. And so it's still pretty recent. I'm still pretty new at all of this, but still learning. I got a lot to go, but I definitely love it more than anything.
Yeah. When did you know? Did other people let you know you had
I think that
chops?
that was a lot of it, but I think most of it was me just wanting to see where I could go with it. I wanted to see how good I could get or how much better I could get. You know, I don't think a lot of it was, oh, you're good. I want to see how good I can be type of thing. So
What was your first gig?
Oh,
Besides singing around the house, because
I
of
think it
course
was
mom
when
and
I
dad's
moved
going to say you're
here.
great.
Yes. When I moved here, my first gig was, I think it was actually a school talent show that I did.
Oh yeah.
And it was in the fall time. And I remember being so nervous because you had to audition. I remember the audition process. It was horrible. And I was so nervous. And I had to wait for like 2 days to find out. And so those 2 days I was like, my reserved, like, I'm not going to say anything. I don't know. Like, I was really nervous. And then I finally got in and I sang. And that's when kind of like my school peers started to realize like, hey, she does this. She can do this. And I just sang to a track. You know, it was one of those things where I'm just starting out. I'm still kind of scared. Don't want to take my guitar out yet. But that was definitely my first time here being out in public.
Awesome.
Cool. Did you ever do a talent show?
No. I did a couple things, like, you know, just little. They weren't even plays. They were like, I had like a script read. I did one of those, you know?
Like drama class.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, it was one of those, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I got laughs. Come on. But
Sure.
But yeah. And then I was in choir.
Yeah.
Because we had our school had to pick, you had to pick like either choir or band. And
Yeah.
I can't play any instruments, so.
Choir's the way to go. I feel like if you
7th grade, I did Man in a Box. I did. I really did. And I thought
Some of that, you know? Pantomime. Yeah. I could just see you too.
I was so good at it. And it's
Just horrible. Like one hand was out here and the other one, like your box was awful.
When I was done, literally, man, it was like me. looking out at the audience and like that slow.
It was like,
That's all that I heard. That's like when you can hear me going across the stage. And that's it. That's the thing.
did anybody boo you?
I didn't have any props to drag off.
Get off the stage. You don't know that. Oh,
It
beautiful.
was horrible.
Oh my.
Terrible. Yep.
People asking for their money back. Just, that's awesome.
Crazy.
It's fantastic.
Now you live around here. You live,
Yes.
we'll say locally, but
Yes.
it was a little bit of a drive. And your parents are still
Yep.
still staying
Still staying
with
there.
the mom and dad.
Yeah.
That's a good gig.
John,
Yeah,
her dad.
definitely.
We don't have a camera on John. Her dad's here today. That was he wasn't gonna let his 19-year-old daughter
Smart.
come to Amish country
Smart.
without
And plus,
him.
my car wouldn't have gotten through these roads,
Yeah.
honestly. Like, let's just talk about that for a moment. They were terrible.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a bit of a journey. It is. It's a bit of a journey to get here. There's no doubt about
yeah.
it.
Just when you think, oh my gosh, I'm lost, that's when you're
then you're like,
almost here.
here.
You're almost here. Yeah.
I was like,
Where
are we going to the
are
right
we?
place?
Yeah, you know.
Like,
I know. I know. Did the GPS? Did that work?
it worked out, but it said you were like a little bit that way. But we figured because there was this little like house beside the house. We were like, this
Yeah.
has got to be it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just look for the Sasquatch, but your truck's blocking it.
Yeah. That's true. That's true. We got a Sasquatch. That was a gift from a good friend of ours. Oh, let's see. What have you done here? Your range is so eclectic. Do you really like the oldies stuff, or what you would call
Yeah,
oldies?
I really
What-
do.
What
I feel
John
like,
and me
I feel
would
like
call
the definition
oldies.
of oldies is very dependent on the person. But I don't know. I've always really loved older music. I think that it's a lot more raw and a lot more emotional, in my opinion. And I don't know. I've always been more drawn to that type of music, no matter what.
I was wondering when the Pantera cover was going to come out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some of that.
Right.
But there are people doing a lot of that now.
Yeah, there is.
That sounds really. Some of it
Sounds
sounds
good.
really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're taking some old Metallica or whatever, and so hey, have you ever heard of a? I'm sorry, I'm kind of derailed. I got excited.
No, you're fine.
It's-
You seem pumped.
yeah. Have you ever seen a guy called Puddle's Pity Party?
No.
Puddle's Pity Party. I'm not joking. Look him up.
Okay.
When
I don't
you-
think I'm gonna forget that name. I don't think I can.
no,
Like,
it's
I
a
think it's
clown.
ingrained forever.
It's a clown,
Well,
and it's. I know. That's me too. Me too. Clowns, man.
I'm like, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Ooh, a little
But
uncomfortable.
Puddle's Pity Party.
Yeah.
And he doesn't
it's-
sound like
it's
a
a
happy
dude.
clown. It's a
No,
party.
he's not. He's
No.
not. He's
Oh
real,
my.
and he's 7 feet tall.
What?
No.
He's 7
This is
feet
getting
tall.
more terrifying
Yeah.
as you talk.
You're describing a horror film that's been like
and
released this year.
He's got the white makeup on. He was on one of the shows. I didn't see him on it, but it was like The Voice or something like that.
serious?
Where he comes out, and he's just got a little
think I would
suitcase.
have
He
stayed in
doesn't
the
talk.
audience. Like,
He
that's
doesn't
scary.
talk, but he just sings,
Doesn't talk.
and he sounds. I like his voice.
All right, I gotta look him up. Now I'm intrigued and like
Yeah.
also kind of scared. Like I might not look at the screen, but like I gotta listen.
Yeah. But he does a lot of those covers. He has covered
That
a
is
lot
cool.
of
Like
different.
Metallica.
Yeah.
And
Are
I
you
guess
serious?
being
Those-
a
that
clown
type of
definitely
stuff.
sets you apart. Gives you a unique.
It gives you a hook for sure.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
but he does it. He does jazz styles. He
Really?
does all.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. He's clearly trained.
That's
clearly,
cool.
yeah. He's not just a guy
the
messing.
NBA, sure. I mean, he's 7 feet. Sure, he can dunk.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just imagine out there
Yeah.
crossing people over with clown makeup,
Puddles.
drilling threes. Just awesome.
He could. His hands. He plays the piano too. Of course, he does.
Right.
Sure.
I only found one interview with him online where he didn't have his makeup on, and you're like,
Just
hey,
looks
you know what? You might
horrifying.
want to. Yeah, you might want to just do that.
Little dabble,
Is it
do
kind
you?
of worse
You know?
without
we-
the makeup?
if
Like,
we
I
have
feel
him,
like it might be.
he's going to be in Columbus
Really.
sometime
See,
soon.
now I kind of want to
Yeah.
go see him. But
Yeah.
I don't know how comfortable.
See if you
I'll
could
be.
see
Yeah.
if you could headline. Like, listen,
Right,
man,
hey,
you open for
listen.
me.
All right, hey Puddles, like here we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, if you-
Easy. They're big.
If you can
Call him
not
tiny.
panic,
Right.
Yeah. If you cannot vapor lock and
Right.
be the
I
whole
think
show,
I might be able
That-
to get through it just for him.
that might happen. But anyway, we started talking a little bit about you living in Ohio.
Yeah.
In school, did you sing a lot in school, or were you?
I didn't always live in Ohio.
So I moved here summer before my sophomore year, and that's when I started really taking everything seriously. Like I'd always like kind of been like, yeah, I can sing. Like here, I'm gonna sing you this song on the playground. Like I don't know, but like when I moved here is when I started taking things.
You
more
made
seriously.
people listen to you sing, didn't you?
Yeah.
Come here, sit down.
I was like, no, like
Captive
7-year-old
audience.
me had to be the worst, like most annoying person in the world. I promise, but it's all right. But no, when I moved here is when things started really, in my mind anyway, started being a lot more serious. So, yeah.
Wow. When did you know, John? I wish I would have put a mic on you. When did you know that there was something there for real, that she could make something out of this?
Well, probably about her sophomore year.
Her sophomore year?
Yeah, she started actually loving it.
Okay. Yeah, and that's an important part of it, right? Loving it?
Absolutely.
Yeah. He said she loved it. He could tell she loved it. So, and that's an important part. Passion.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's a big one.
That's like 90% of anything you do. You got to have that.
Yeah.
If you don't love it, you shouldn't do it.
Yeah. And you probably won't really if you don't. I mean,
Yeah.
you do the things
Yeah.
you want to do, you love to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's absolutely true. Is the guitar your first instrument?
Yes, it is. I'm self-taught on my instruments that I play, and I'm self-taught for my vocals and stuff. But guitar was definitely the first thing I picked up. I picked up piano very shortly after. Started teaching myself some chords and stuff. And ukulele is the most recent instrument of choice. But it's all very similar, and my brain works very musically. So it's easier for me once I learned the guitar to pick up other instruments because it's all kind of like the same rules and the same, it's easier for me because that's just kind of how I function. So.
Yeah. Another guy, I found myself in another musical rabbit hole on YouTube.
It's easy to get there.
And this guy, he
Jesus,
plays
gets sucked in.
He plays and collects ukuleles, and I bet you've run across him on there.
Probably.
And he's got a little beard. He's
No.
kind of a little
Is he
Shocker there.
Because he has like all the ukuleles behind him.
yeah. And he
Yes.
played Voodoo Child.
Yes.
Have you heard that
I
one?
have.
Oh,
Is that the dude that
Phenomenal.
makes his own stuff or no? Is that a
I don't
different
think
guy?
Does
so.
he
I
make
think it
them?
might be a different guy. I think this guy just collects. I'm not sure though.
I
really
sure
know.
wish I would have done
Good for
some
that guy.
research.
He was
for
very
this
talented.
show.
He was very good.
Yeah.
Plus the ukulele
Yeah.
can sound so cool.
Yeah,
love
I mean,
the summer
yeah,
playing.
he can do it because he puts all the pops and
Yeah.
and
It's
drum
cool.
stuff in it and
Yeah, that stuff's awesome.
sort of
I'm a fan.
Wish I would have pulled up that video. Doggone it. Nah, let's just quit. Let's not do this anymore.
Maybe you
Take a
should.
break.
Yeah, maybe you should. I know you performed with the Red Ball Jets.
Yes. Yes.
That's cool.
But you mostly play solo. Do you prefer solo, or would you
Yeah.
consider
I think
putting a
it's-
band together?
I would definitely consider putting a band together, but playing with the Red Ball Jets being my first band. I know I'm not a Red Ball Jet, but they're basically. The first time I played with them, I was so nervous. I was so nervous playing with all the power and the drum. You can feel it in the stage, and you can, feel the bass line. Everything just kind of vibrates in your chest, and I was not used to that because I'm used to like my little acoustic guitar.
Yeah, you controlled
Yeah.
all that. It
Yeah.
was just you.
And I think it made such a difference because once I broke that barrier and I was like, okay, I'm just going to let myself be part of this powerful whatever this is, And so once I broke that barrier, I found a whole different part of myself that I had never really realized was there before, which was really cool. And I don't think I would have found it had it not been for the Jets, because I do consider those guys family. Being on a stage with people that you trust and you love so much, it just lets you kind of let go of inhibitions. And, practicing in the basement and having our little pep talks and stuff like that before, I feel like it was kind of the perfect storm.
So, do you know any of those guys? Was that your foot in, or
No,
they
I
heard
actually,
you play?
we had been friends for a while before then. We all kind of, like, we've all always went to go and support them and watch them in their shows and stuff. And they've done the same for me to my shows. And we'd always been close friends and, messed with each other, but we never really took the idea of playing together too seriously until last summer. And then we started practicing through a few songs together, and it turned out to be amazing. So we're going to work on some stuff here soon, I think, too. Some new songs, so it'll be
Sweet.
fun.
Well, I want to talk a little more about the EP.
Yeah.
How did that come about? Where did you record that?
That came about, actually, it's kind of a funny story. I was in a talent competition in Loudonville, and I won it, but the prize was you get this CD package and you get this photography package, and it all kind of meshes together to create like your thing. And so I got so many hours of recording time at Lava Recording in Cleveland. And it was the coolest recording studio ever. Like the big soundboard, almost as big as this room. Like it was amazing. It was a cool experience. And, you know, the sound room where they kind of sit you and you're kind of like in timeout because everyone else is like watching you through the window. Yeah. And so it was the coolest thing ever, though, because my sound engineer, Sam, he was amazing. He was so good at just kind of bouncing ideas and fixing things on the spot. So in my time, I got done about 4 songs. And they were all my original songs, and it was the best experience to just have a full CD of just my music that I wrote, because every song I write has something so special to me, and I know that songs are never complete. I feel like you can always do something more with songs, but the lyrics are something that I can never mess with. I always have to leave them there because that was a point in my life where I was feeling those words, and I wrote those words, and I meant every one of those words. I can't change them. You know what I mean? Yeah. So. Yeah, I love it. I think that it's my favorite thing that I've ever had to put my name on, for sure.
From the time you won the contest, from the time you won that package, did you write those songs in?
No, I actually had them all done, I think,
Okay.
except for one. I think I wrote Work in Progress afterwards. So the first 3 on the track, the Only Love You, Like Me, and Run, were all written. And once I got this time, I wrote Work in Progress, and that actually ended up being the title track, my favorite one of the whole CD. In my opinion, my most well-written one, because as you grow, you learn to write better, you learn different techniques and things. So that one definitely was a shocker because I wrote it in about a day. But yeah.
Jay Merina, upcoming dates, February 16th, Sons of Herman. Where is that?
That is in Mansfield.
In Mansfield, Ohio. March 3rd, Moon Cleavage at La Luna, and that is
downtown Mansfield.
Okay. March 10th, Legends in Shelby, Ohio. March 17th, Ugly Bunny Winery in Loudonville, Ohio. And March 23rd, Sunny Slope General Store and Winery. You can find all of Jay's dates on her Facebook page, Jay Merina Music. That's Merina Music. The booking number.
Yes.
If somebody wants to book you, is it okay to give that out? I wanted to make sure. 662-614-3210. That's 662-614-3210. No sense running to get a pen. We will have all this posted on the back of the show on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're listening on SoundCloud or Stitcher or any of that, or iTunes, you're going to need to run for your pen. We will have that at the end of the show. You can email Jay at jmarinamusic@gmail.com. Tweaked Audio is focused on providing the finest quality audio products. With years of combined experience in audio and consumer electronics, Tweaked Audio is your best choice for personal audio gear. Tweaked Audio earbuds are great for music, podcasts, and everything you need to hear. They have all the most popular colors and styles you can't find just anywhere. Bluetooth, sport, metal, wood earbuds. You ever seen a wood earbud?
I feel like I would love them. I feel like they'd be very aesthetically pleasing.
sweet.
Yeah, I think so. Mic'd, unmic'd, over-the-ear headphones, and all the accessories to keep you tweaked. Yeah. Go to tweakedaudio.com and use coupon code BTEAM at checkout for 33% off all orders.
Ooh, special code.
Yeah.
I like it.
And free shipping.
There you
We're
go.
kind of like spies. All Tweaked Audio products purchased using the BTEAM code come with free worldwide shipping and a lifetime limited warranty. What else do you want? What do you want from us, Jay? What do you want from us?
I think that
We're giving you 33% off. We're giving you 33%. You type. Oh, you got to type in.
I can't take it.
You got to type in 5 letters. Okay, and we're giving you 33% off your order. Plus, we're giving you free worldwide shipping. So when you're on your world tour, you can still get them. And lifetime limited warranty.
I'm going to have to get some wood headphones.
You do need to get some.
I do. I'm really intrigued by that.
Tweaked Audio sounds better.
Nice. So how many songs do you have on the EP?
I have 4.
4?
Yes, nice. I have 4.
So do you consider, like when you do these events and stuff, is that like a mini tour kind of thing?
I think it's just kind of my summer. It's just kind of been one of those things where the summer does get a lot busier for sure because there are all these outdoor things up the lakes, you know, there are a lot of things going on, but I'm not going to lie to you, summer's my favorite time of the year, so I definitely tend to talk about it a little bit more.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't really consider it a tour because it's just kind of how I've been living for the past few years. It's just kind of the way it is. Definitely sacrifices to be made. You know, the 17-year-old that can't go to the bonfires and can't go to some of those things, but I was doing different things with my time. And because of that, I think that I got to actually make a lot different friends than I would have. A lot of them are a lot older. My best friend is in his 50s for sure. So I have been told I have an old soul, but I think that a lot of it has to do with me and how I choose to spend my time and the people that I choose to spend my time around. And it all revolves around that music.
I heard a long time ago somebody say that the best guitarists are 30. You know, no, the best guitarists are my dad always said always. No,
You might be having a stroke
never.
right now. Are you,
I might
are you
be
first aid trained? CPR?
see if it's something because wow.
Sorry.
Wow. Yeah. If I start slobbering, let me know. No, but he said the best guitarists are 30 and the best singers are 50. You know, because they have all that road grit
Right,
on
emotion.
their
Things to put into it.
right
Experience.
But you kind of turn that on its head. I mean, you do when you sing. I mean, I picture, you know, I'm picturing somebody much older than yourself.
Right. I think that a lot of it has to do with the life experiences that people have. The more emotion you can put into your singing, whether you completely relate to a song or not, there's something, I think, in every song that I can relate to in some way. And I always just play off the emotions and the experiences that I've had, good or bad. You know, I haven't had a perfect life, but I've had a happy life, you know? So I like to play off of that a little bit.
I like what you said earlier about not changing because at the time you feel that. And I always thought that if I put down a track, you know, on a CD or something, and even if it's, you know, well received, I would think down the road a few years later, I'd be thinking, well, what? I don't feel like that now. Why, you know, and I would want to go back and change that.
There's definitely a song on the EP that I don't feel that way anymore. I do not feel that way anymore. It was actually Run. And I wrote it about just kind of wanting to escape from everything. But I actually wrote it with one specific person in mind that's just not in mind anymore. I mean, you grow and you change, and these things happen. But I did feel that way at a specific time. So I feel like it's important to take advantage of being able to hold on to those emotions.
Sure.
Someone break your heart?
Okay, go for
Did they?
Yeah.
Did they break?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they did. It happens
Sorry to
for
hear
me.
that.
It's a recurring theme, but that's good.
Oh.
It gives you some.
It gives me that emotion, right?
Gives you a little something. A little something for sure.
I'm going to have to change up the soundboard because I have to look from the guest to go over here to make one of my little funny sounds. So I'm going to have
You
to
need
do,
one of some of those Google glasses, man, where you can just
Yeah.
use your eyes and it'll look weird to them. They'll be like,
They'd be like, "What's he doing?"
Is he having a stroke?
and doing it with my left hand too is different.
Yeah.
Because we move things around. So on that, when I just now put that all on there, I almost put that. You almost got that.
See, and I feel like either one would have been fitting in some like way.
yeah, if that would have hit, it'd have been all over. All over.
I would have been wearing coffee right now.
For sure.
My.
For sure. Yeah, that's my sad song. You know, when I'm feeling depressed,
Someone
I throw
break
on
your
some.
heart. Turn down for what? Yeah, exactly.
Just throw that on and cry it out. Just cry it out. Grab me a half pint of Ben and Jerry's and just get to it. You know.
Half pint. That's
Okay,
That's
whole
a
pint,
serving
you know.
size. Support for you and your music seems to be growing rapidly. How are you keeping yourself grounded?
I think that I focus more on what I can do to keep others happy other than, like, I don't really focus as much on what they like at the time. I focus more on what I can change and what I can better and how I can keep my audience there. Because I know that if you just do the same stuff over and over again, you're going to lose your audience. They're going to get bored. And so I always think of ways to grow it or keep what I already have.
Right. I've never had that situation where at any time in my life where people were following me around saying, "Wow, you're so good at this. You're so good at that. You're so good." You know
That's
what I'm
true.
saying?
It's
That's
definitely
true.
kind of
That's
weird.
true.
I'll be honest with you. It's
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
kind of weird.
And that's got to start. That's where some of that psychosis comes in when, I don't know, a Michael Jackson who's been told his whole life he could walk on water, you know?
Yeah.
And that's got to do
It's
something
definitely very
to
weird,
you.
especially being
But
my age.
I have to be honest, I don't
Sure.
see that man sitting over there
Oh, yeah.
being the type of guy who's telling you all day, every day that you're just awesome.
See, no, he'll definitely tell me when I go wrong, but I still am his princess. That is for
Oh
sure.
my gosh, yeah. I couldn't imagine having a daughter. I couldn't. I couldn't imagine. I always say I want a daughter until I met my first 12-year-old
Oh my.
girl,
Oh, that's
and then
the
I was
worst.
like, you know what? I'm okay.
And like the whole middle school situation where they just kind of throw them all in like this building together and expect good things to happen. I don't understand
It's a unique
it.
beast.
Yeah.
So
For sure.
is your goal to give another girl an eating disorder? Is that is that a girl's goal in life?
Oh no.
No?
I feel like some girls probably have that thought. I feel like it definitely depends on the person. I mean, from my experiences, I didn't have a great time in middle school, so I'd like to say that some of those girls were definitely out to get me. But I don't know. I don't think people are wired that way. I don't think you're supposed to be anyway.
So what do you do to stay grounded? I mean,
I try to detach myself from it as much as possible, because when you're 19 and you have these 50, 40-year-old people that you look up to, like they're your elders and they're coming up to you so complimentary and almost, praising you for what you do, it can get a little confusing and it can kind of blur the lines between the respect issue. And I think that it's so important to remember that these people aren't here because I like to tell myself that these people aren't here because of just my music. They're here because of my personality and because they like to be around me. And I like to put myself to that standard to where I have to keep this good, bubbly, outgoing, humble thing about me to keep my base the way it is, to keep myself grounded as well.
is that your goal? Like our goal, admittedly, is to get more listeners, to get more people, on our side. Is that your goal, or is your goal just to this just happens to be an art that you take part in, and if other people like it, great.
That's a lot of it, I think, is just because I do a lot of things in shows because I love to do them. And it just kind of happens to be that other people love those songs as well. I think that as long as I'm being the best version of myself musically and as a person that I am, that I'm going to continue to have some sort of fan base and support out there.
You will. I think.
Yeah.
I think you're just fine.
Yeah, for sure.
You'll be just fine. Do you like shopping?
I love shopping.
You do? Do you
I
like
love
to shop
shopping.
online?
Yeah, I'm a girl. Come on.
Any kind of shopping. If you shop online, chances are you use Amazon.com. Ease of navigation, low prices, free shipping, one-stop shopping, easy returns, wish list creation, and the ability to subscribe and save. Several items like groceries and diapers can be purchased as a subscription. Amazon will ship the product to your door at regular intervals, on your schedule, at the current price, and give you an extra 15% off. Go to our website, theBteamwithCoryandJim.com, scroll to the bottom of our homepage, and click on the Amazon banner. Log into your Amazon account and shop away. When you use our banner, it helps the podcast. Work hard, have fun, make history, Amazon.com. What's the last thing you bought on Amazon?
I think it was actually a tapestry to put in my room, like one of those things that say a motivational saying.
Nice.
I like to have those around me a lot
Do
of
you-
the
you
time.
do?
It
That's
helps.
part of
Just keeps the
being
reminder
grounded.
going on.
No, it does. It does.
I agree. I got one on my phone.
There
When
you
I flip
go.
it on,
Yeah. It helps. It does help.
What's it say?
it says good. You listen to Jocko Willink at all?
It just
His
says
podcast?
It just says good.
His motto is good. So meaning like if you have a problem, he just says good. There's a silver lining, right? There's always
yeah.
a positive
Okay,
side
that's
to
fair.
it.
See, upon first glance at the word good, I was like, ooh, that's a little iffy, but like I like it. I do
Yeah.
like it.
So he does what with the word?
Essentially,
that I don't do with the word.
Essentially, it's quit your bitching, right?
Yeah.
So if you have a problem, good. You have an opportunity to fix it.
Let me tell you what's going to happen if I come in here and say my dog just got hit by a car, and you say,
good.
"Oh, oh."
No, that's a tough one. But I mean,
We're gonna
there could be
stir
a
up
positive about it. What
I
if
guess it's like the exception. You can't,
what if
you can't
see
mess with that.
I can what if you all day. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. I'm going to waste your time. You get me started. You get me fired up.
It's my favorite thing to do.
So how you say it's not really like a tour, but you go around and you do a lot of events. You're in school still?
Yes, I'm in college.
So summertime's probably easier. Obviously, it's like
Yeah, I have to take a few classes
busier, but-
during the summer, but not anything too hectic to where I can't keep up with all my music stuff. And my music stuff's mostly on the weekends anyway, too, which is very
Are you
good.
studying like more music stuff?
No,
in
I'm
school?
not in
Something different.
anything musical in school. I'm actually going to the radiology program.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Cool.
Fallback.
There you go.
Got to have the fallback.
Yeah, and I love helping
Absolutely.
people. I love helping people. I actually want to work in a children's hospital
Oh, nice.
with that degree if this doesn't work out,
Sure.
you know.
And you went in with the same attitude. When you stopped dancing professionally,
Well, sure. It's hard to make a living, you know.
it can be. When you get,
Yeah.
I mean,
You know.
you're still a young fella. You're a millennial, but you're no spring chicken.
No.
Okay,
No.
those tassels are hanging a little different
Yeah.
these days.
That's true.
Has music become your full time gig
Yes.
now? It has.
Yes, it has.
Oh, God bless you.
Yeah,
That's hard.
I love it.
Now, when they book you, are you getting paid for this
Yes.
stuff? Oh, awesome.
Yep. So
Nice.
that's my job and my passion all in one. It's great to do something that you love and be able to kind of support yourself.
Have
off of
someone
it a
cut
little
you a
bit.
check.
Yeah.
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 Nothing wrong there.
Yeah. Do you have a management or
Actually, yeah, my parents are
Okay.
on that end of things, and it is so nice keeping everything in the family because it's good, at dinner to just like, hey, in passing, hey, what do you think about this? You don't have to set up a meeting. You don't have to do all of that. It's just, it makes it a lot easier, and I trust my family more than anything.
Yeah.
So,
For sure.
I know John's getting that check. I know he's getting
I'm
that
going to take
check.
care of
in.
him someday. I keep
No.
telling
I
him.
mean from the venue or wherever he's. If they because I
we
know I
actually-
do some comedy. I do some stand up comedy, and sometimes they just don't want to pay, or they say
Right.
we'll send it to your management, and you're like, wait a minute, dude, I'm my management.
Yeah.
We'll get it to you. Do you have my address?
Right.
Oh yeah. Just write your address down right here, and you're not going to get it.
yeah.
Oh, that makes you nuts. Or
Yeah.
do you make sure you have something set up beforehand? Or
Yeah, we definitely always negotiate beforehand, and there's always some kind of going rate depending on like how far away it is, if we need to take my own sound system, stuff like that, because that all definitely plays into it. The
Yeah.
traveling to get
oh
there.
yeah, if you have to drag a
Yeah.
bunch of equipment, yeah, I didn't think of that.
Yeah, that all definitely all plays into it. But there's always a negotiation beforehand before there's any scheduling. So, and it always works out well. I've never really ran into anything where there was any problems. So I've been very lucky. Very lucky.
Well, no,
Right? Yeah.
you're not gonna. What's your dream gig?
My dream gig. I don't know. I feel like downtown Mansfield Final Fridays is always amazing.
It's a good time.
That is always my favorite place to play. And last year I opened up, I did the acoustic set opening up for an hour, and then there was the Jimmy Vincent band in between, and then the Red Ball Jets. And I got to get on stage with them later on in the night. And I have to say that was the best night I have ever had musically. I think probably even not musically, because there was all these people just coming together to enjoy music and have a good time. And there was no, like sometimes there's drama in the music family, but there was none, you know what I mean? And we are definitely a family, and we all do definitely get upset with each other, and we all
Sure.
definitely have our little scravels. But that night, everyone just kind of came together, and it was the most amazing thing to see and be a part of.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and this year it's happening again. So
Is it really?
yes,
Good.
in July this year, actually, the final Friday of July. So that's when me and the Jets will be there.
Cool.
Now you said you played an hour. You
Yeah.
opened for an hour by
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah, I normally play 3-hour shows by myself, actually. So it was one of the shorter ones.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That is amazing. I've never done anything that long before. I mean, remembering
Yeah.
the words to. I mean, how many songs are you jamming in?
There's
3
quite
hours?
A few. There's quite a few songs, and when I go up to the lake this summer, it's going to be 4 hours. So, you have to throw in, and you always have to remember to keep your repertoire very fresh, and to throw in things that
Yeah.
you wouldn't normally throw in things to kind of surprise to people. But and especially going up to the lake, I'm very excited to start learning more like happy islandy songs.
Yeah.
Because that's what people want to hear at the lake.
The only Michael Jackson song that I like. The only one is "Dirty Diana."
Oh,
I'm on YouTube,
yeah.
and
I saw the
what?
cover last night.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? Somebody did this? Okay, let me check it out. First time I ever saw her. I'm like, yep, I'm in. Fan. Boop. Swipe right or whatever. I don't know. I don't know about, I'm so old.
That's the.
I don't know.
Tinder?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Honestly.
I don't know.
I don't either. I don't have it. I don't have the app.
I don't do them.
Good for you.
I don't do the app stuff.
Good for you.
I don't do it. So, but I have to make this more about me. So when you're doing comedy, I mean, you can play it fast and loose with it.
Right.
You can mess up and nobody know about it.
Yeah.
But when you're
That's not true.
when you're doing
When he derails, people just heckle him and just throw
no,
stuff.
I really don't get heckled. Well, I'm not on stage long enough, but I don't get heckled. But when I'm walking up, somebody would usually say, "Here comes the dad jokes."
Oh, nice.
And I told you I got
dig.
a here
But
comes
that's
solid.
my favorite, so I can't even be that mad. You know?
Yeah. But that's
Have you
what
had
I
any
get.
issues like that? Have you had any problems at shows or something like somebody's
People
being real?
definitely.
Because there's alcohol
I
there, so
definitely
there's.
look young. Also, I definitely look very young. So people definitely don't take me seriously right at first if they
Oh
don't know.
yeah. They think, oh yeah, there's a sweet little girl
Yeah.
that sings in church is gonna
That's exactly
entertain
what
us
people
now.
tend to think. But
Yeah.
and I don't know. I think there's something really awesome about proving people wrong. And I also think on the line of messing up that there's something really beautiful about the imperfections in live music, because you're not sitting there listening to a CD. You get to actually, you know, and the more emotion that you have, like on a bad day, I know that my shows always go a little bit more emotional. And I feel like the more that you let that audience see that personable part of you, the more it makes it kind of real for them too.
Awesome.
Yeah, because you have to do shows on occasion where you're a little under the weather or you feel bad or you don't want to do it, but they want to see this person that they.
I remember one
saw
show I
before.
definitely cried during a song. I definitely just kind of lost it a little bit because I had lost one of my very best friends had passed away, and he was very popular in the community too. But I remember just kind of losing it, and my audience being totally understanding and totally supportive of that amount of emotion and that amount of openness from someone. So I think that taught me a lot that night.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
and you can show that emotion, right?
Yeah.
Does it
Especially
feel
at this
safe?
point.
Does it feel safe on
I feel
stage?
like anything with music with me kind of feels safe. I'm not really scared of taking chances or trying new things or messing up anymore because I know that it is music and it's not perfect and it is art. And everything about art is kind of built on the imperfections. It's kind of built on the bad things that happen in life, and sometimes it carries over. And I just think that it's such a beautiful thing to be able to take something wrong and ugly and bad and make it something beautiful.
Well, in imperfections, there's freedom.
Yes.
We know that. Do you feel free to write what you want to write? Do you say what you want to say, or do you have to go?
It took me a second.
You have to filter.
It took me a second to learn that I can, because I was very filtered at first. But I think that my most recent song that I wrote, it's not on the EP. It's called "Blinded." I think that's one of the most raw songs that I've written ever. It's kind of a downer. I'm not gonna lie, but it was all my emotions, just unfiltered.
That's good.
Yeah.
Not every song could be like,
Yeah, not every
super
song can be happy and,
jacked up. Gotta have a power ballad,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
When I talk about your dream gig, let's go bigger. I want to talk about
bigger.
let's talk about Jay's 5-year plan,
Ooh,
where you would really like.
What is this,
to,
a job interview?
If we get to,
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
if we could fast forward in 5 years from now, and you got everything you wanted, everything you thought you wanted,
Yeah.
Your biggest dream, no matter how outlandish.
Yeah, I think
What's
that
your dream gig?
I think that it would have to be kind of about the emotion, because I think the emotion's mostly the the most important part of any sort of art. So I want to be to a place where I can fill a complete audience, like no matter how big, but be able to sit in front of everyone just on a stool and play my guitar, my songs with my emotions, and have them listen to the words. I don't think it's all about the show for me. I think that it's more about being heard. And I'm actually starting to write songs more about the things that I feel passionate about, like the issues and things like that. And I want people to be able to get to a point where they can take me seriously and come to listen to me for my words and for my music, and not so much for the show.
Nice.
So in that case,
I dig it.
if you're able to do that, if you're able to stick to that, and it's the only thing going to stop you is outside influences. But if you're able to maintain that,
and the show
every
is
gig's
definitely
going to
fun.
be.
The show is definitely fun. All the lights and all the craziness and the crowd. It's definitely a really fun time. But I think that it's important also to step back and take a minute and kind of let your audience kind of get to know you, not under the lights and not in kind of that situation.
So potentially every gig is the perfect gig or a dream
pretty
gig.
much. Pretty much.
If you can maintain that.
That's awesome. That's good. That's
that
a really good
that's-
mentality to have, you know?
What an attitude.
Yeah, for sure.
Great attitude. Is there a certain location that you would like to play, a certain location in the world that you think would be really cool? Like people talk about Red Rocks. I don't know if you ever heard of Red Rocks, something like that. Burning Man.
Yeah,
Mud.
I want to get to a point where I can fill an arena if I want to. I want to get to the point where I can, beyond the, back to the show perspective of things, because that's also a big part of getting people to come to you. Not everybody's going to come and see you because of what you have to say. People want to come to have a good time too. And so I want to get to the point where I can fill an arena with a show, and I can, people be there for me.
Yeah.
I feel like that'd be cool. Any arena, really. I'm not picky.
Sure. Yeah, like a 20,000 seater.
No.
I'm not gonna scoff at that.
Yeah.
No.
When you're playing, what's that one in Australia?
Yeah, the Opera House.
The big opera house. Yeah.
That one looks sweet. It looks cool.
That one does look cool.
Yeah. You're going to need somebody to open for you too.
Right, yeah.
So we'll talk
That's true.
about
I mean, he'll get everybody hyped up, but then depressed at the end. Like, we didn't want to listen to this music.
I think I need you and Puddles at this point. I feel like that'll
I can't
just
be in
really
the
get
same.
everybody
I
going.
can't be in the same building.
Puddles come out to Little John, just, getting everybody all jacked up for the show.
Right, yeah.
Smart.
I thought so.
So we're not going to lose you to LA or something like that just for the warm weather. You sure?
Yeah, I like it here. I definitely like it here. And I think I don't know, the weather's definitely not my favorite, I'll be honest. But I definitely love the people.
Yeah.
The people here are just amazing. The people that I've come in contact with anyway.
Right.
And the music family locally here in Mansfield and all around the surrounding counties and stuff is just, I'm beside myself at how amazing and supportive most of us are. Most of us see that we're all in it for the same thing. We're all in it to entertain and do what we love. And so we all do try to go out and support each other a lot. It's great.
That's cool.
Well, how can we follow you?
You can follow me on Facebook, and Instagram is where I post where I'm going to be most of the time. On Facebook, it's JAIMERINA, J Merina. And on Instagram, it's J.Marina. So don't forget the dot.
Boom.
Nice. Is there anything you want people to know? I want to give those dates.
Yeah.
One more time. Upcoming dates for J Merina. February 16th, she's going to be at Sons of Herman, Mansfield. March 3rd, Moon Cleavage at La Luna. Just that name is so intriguing.
It's great.
So intriguing. March 10th, Legends in Shelby, Ohio. March 17th, Ugly Bunny Winery in Loudonville. March 23rd, Sunny Slope General Store and Winery. You can find all of Jay's dates on our Facebook page. For booking, 662-614-3210. That's 662-614-3210. You can email Jay at jmarinamusic@gmail.com. If you're watching this podcast on YouTube, we'll have all of Jay's dates posted at the end of the show. What's in the CD player in your car right now?
Okay. Well, the CD player.
Besides
in your car
Justin
right now.
Bieber.
Right. I mean, of course.
He's
you
so
have to have that
talented.
somewhere in your
You
glove
got
box,
Bieber
right?
fever?
No, I heard it, dude. I got gas. It was the oddest thing ever. I was pulled in to get gas like right before I came here, and some girl is just sitting in the opposite a little I don't know stall and blasting, dude. Her windows down, blasting Bieber,
Blasting Bieber.
like that's the only thing you can hear. I'm just looking, I'm like, really?
Yeah.
All right, man.
He's not really a crank it up to 10
No,
guy, is he?
I was joking.
No.
But I mean, if you're into Bieber, I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for not just saying.
But anyway,
that.
sorry to interrupt.
No, that's okay. I think
Yeah,
that
what do you got in there? What are you
definitely
listening
changed
to?
it out a lot. I definitely changed it out
Yep.
a lot. But right now I have Ricky Mitchell. He's another amazing local artist and a very good friend of mine, actually. And I have his CD in there right now. It's called Monday Morning After. He has a few out, but Monday Morning After is definitely my favorite one. So he's great. He's like our Mansfield's own little personal, like James Taylor. It's great.
Oh, cool. Okay.
No doubt.
If somebody needed to compare you with an artist, who would you like to most
Who
be
would I
compared
like to
with?
be compared with? I have always had this love for Stevie Nicks.
Oh yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah. Oh,
Stevie
yeah.
Nicks is amazing. So.
Yeah, she has that. What is that called on the back of her voice when she's singing that little wavering
It's
quaver?
vibrato.
Okay,
Vibrato.
just
Boom.
that.
It's a special word.
Yeah, it is.
That's what was that Italian? I don't know.
Fragile?
I don't know.
No. Well, do you have anything further for Jay? Because we're gonna let her. I believe you're gonna give us one more
Yeah.
song. You're gonna sing us out, as they say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
You
nothing.
got nothing. I got nothing.
Right now.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll have tons of questions later.
Yeah.
It'll probably really
On
good.
the way home.
Damn it.
Well, you got the number. You can
Yeah,
email her.
definitely.
Say, oh, by the way.
Send me a list, really.
For next time. For
Right.
next time.
So yeah, we thank you.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you guys.
for coming by, for swinging by.
Absolutely.
Just is now you gonna do a cover or
I'll
original?
do an original this time.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll do the title track of the EP I have out. I'll do Work in Progress. So.
Sweet.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's what we're looking at, ladies and gentlemen. Jay Merina. February 16th, Sons of Herman. March 3rd, Moon Cleavage at La Luna. March 10th, Legends in Shelby. March 17th, Ugly Bunny Winery. March 23rd, Sunny Slope General Store. Jay Merina.
I've always known that I can't say goodbye. I ran like always, not listening to your cries, and I promise you you're not to blame. It's not your fault that I can't be tamed. There is no choice. I have to go. I have to leave so I don't get cold. I'm sorry for the way I always run away. I'm sorry for the way I can't sit still, and I can't settle down. I have to leave this town. So please be here if I decide to come around. I know it's best. You won't worry anymore, wondering where'd she go, or how long till she gets bored. And I live my life in the lost and found. You and me go round and round. So stop the chase and let me go. I have to do this on my own. I'm sorry for the way I always run away. I'm sorry for the way I can't sit still, and I can't settle down. I have to leave this town. So please be here if I decide to come around. And all alone, I see your eyes, how they glow. I know that I have to come home. and you were my home. I'm sorry for the way I'd always run away, and I'll admit sometimes I can't sit still. I'll try to settle down, just me, you, and this town. Have faith in me as I try to come around. I'm a work in progress, but I'll come around.
Nice.
Nice. Thank you, Jay.
That was awesome.
Thank you guys.
All I ask you to do is love somebody.
Thanks for listening. If you like what you heard, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel, Point 19 Productions, and to our podcast through iTunes or Stitcher. As always, we ask you help support the show by liking, commenting, and sharing our content. For up-to-date information regarding the B Team, head to thebteamwithcoryandjim.com.